I'm Chef Ronaldo Linares, and I'm here to break down different grilling techniques so you can master your flavor in your backyard. I hear it all the time. People are intimidated to cook outdoors or think they don't have the time. I'm here to reassure you that with the right tools, you can make a delicious meal, even on a weeknight. There are a ton of grill options out there. When you decide on yours, I recommend you consider how many people you'll be serving, the type of food you're cooking, and what you're willing to spend. My preference is charcoal because of that rich, smoky flavor you could impart into your food. Let me show you what you'll find in my backyard. I use the Masterbuilt Gravity Series, a digital charcoal grill and smoker, paired with Kingsford charcoal. The gravity-fed hopper on the Gravity Series will hold a full bag of Kingsford, fueling my cook the whole time, sometimes as long as 12 hours. I can also smoke, grill, sear, bake, roast, and braise because the temperature range is 150 to 700 degrees. This gives me the ability to cook anything I would inside, outside. And with charcoal and real wood, I can really enhance the flavor of the food I'm preparing. Let me walk you through some grilling techniques to help you master this at home. No matter that technique, you will always start by preheating your grill. On my Gravity Series, I load in a bag of Kingsford charcoal, light my fire starter, and set my temp, and I'm grilling in just a few minutes. First technique is grilling, which is dry heat cooking, using direct radiant heat. When grilling, you're an active part of the cooking experience because your food will cook quickly. When grilling, your temperature is between 350 to 450 degrees. Once your grill comes to temperature, add your food. Most grilled recipes require a few minutes on each side. Today I'm cooking flank steak, but a couple of other grill favorites include shrimp, burgers, and chicken. You'll know it is done when you reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees. Once your food reaches your desired internal temperature, remove it from the grill. The main benefit of grilling is that your food will cook fast because you're cooking at a high heat. Because you're searing the exterior of your food, achieving that caramelization, you're getting ideal flavor and sealing the juices, giving you a great texture. Smoking is a form of indirect cooking and usually takes place over a period of hours over low temperatures. Smoking adds flavor, tenderizes, and it turns some of the worst cuts of meat into a wonderful meal. Anyone can master it. Let me show you how. For smoking, we're going to be at around 150 to 300 degrees. I got my grates flipped over on the smoking side. This is giving my food as much exposure to the flavorful smoke as possible. But you could use the smoking racks as well. The Gravity Series digital fan is maintaining that consistent temperature, a key to smoking successfully. Smoking is great because it is a relatively hands-free technique. You'll arrange your food on the grill and let the grill do the work of cooking it low and slow. Today, I'm smoking ribs, but you can smoke anything. Most common things to smoke include pork shoulders, ribs, chicken, beef. People even smoke cheese these days. Many people like to layer on additional smoke flavor by adding hardwood chunks in the ash bin. As the charcoal burns, it continually adds smoke for the whole cook. Hickory mesquite and oak wood impart a bold flavor for meats like beef and pork. Apple, cherry, and other fruit woods are milder and are ideal for pork and chicken. You can pop in from time to time to add additional moisture. For example, I like to spritz my ribs. The big benefit of smoking for a long period of time is the smoke breaks down the collagen, which is a tough muscle tissue protein, making the meat more tender. When smoking with charcoal, you infuse a rich flavor into your dishes. Next up is searing. This is a direct cooking technique where you cook at a high temperature to create a caramelized crust. Caramelizing, or the Maillard reaction, is a chemical process that happens when the natural amino acids and sugars move to the surface of the meat. This gives your seared food its distinct flavor. To sear, you're going to want to have your grill at a high temperature, between 500 to 700 degrees. Flip your grates over to the searing side for a great sear mark. Then you'll keep your food on the grates for a couple of minutes per side to allow the Maillard reaction. You can sear pork, poultry, fish, and veggies. Today, I'm searing ribeye. I'm actually reverse searing, which is smoking, then searing. I will smoke my steak at 200 degrees to start, let it rest, then take it up to 600 degrees. This gives me more control over the internal temperature, a beautiful brown crust, and a more tender piece of steak. The main benefit with searing is that you can enhance the flavor and texture of your dish. I bet you didn't think about baking on your grill. When baking, you use dry convection heat to surround your food and cook through. Because we can maintain a consistent temperature the whole time, it is just as easy to bake outside as it is inside. But you get the benefit of infusing smoke flavor. For baking, you're in the 300 degree to 400 degree range. You're mixing your ingredients together and using an oven-safe dish or cast iron skillet. When baking on your grill, I recommend using your smoking racks to give your food a chance to cook evenly. Today, I am making caramel flan, which allows me to really enhance the flavor of the sweet custard and caramel with rich smoke. You can also try cakes, cookies, breads, and pizzas. You're able to bake just like you would inside, but you're not heating up your house, and you get the added flavor of smoke. Very similar to baking, roasting is a slow cooking process using indirect diffuse heat. Generally, cooking something that has a solid structure before the cooking process begins. Think meat or vegetables. We roast usually between 400 to 450 degrees. This helps create a flavorful crust. Think of the great crust you can get on a rotisserie or spatchcock chicken. I like to use the smoking and warming racks when roasting to lift my food off the grates and give it the opportunity to get a 360 degree cook. Today, I'm roasting the spatchcock chicken. I've already marinated and layered in my spices, but roasting it on the grill gives it a chance to add additional smoke flavor as well, and that's not something I can get inside my oven. Lots of people roast meats, vegetables, or fish for an easy weeknight meal, but try it outside. It will take the same amount of time. You won't regret it. Roasting is one of the most nutritious techniques because you retain more nutrients. By using the natural sugars and ingredients, you can get a stronger taste without a lot of effort. Braising is a combination technique where you start with searing, followed by slowly cooking in a liquid until ingredients become tender. Think about a crock pot or slow cooker, similar concept. The goal with braising is deep levels of flavor and soft caramelized texture. Braising works well on all cuts of meat. It tenderizes, dissolves collagen, and infuses flavor throughout every fiber until it is fork tender. You'll start by browning your meat at 400 degrees, searing each side until golden brown. Then you'll add your meat and aromatics, herbs, onions, spices into a dish that you can cover. Then deglaze with the liquid of your choice. I like stock, but a beer works well here too. You'll cover it and the simmer will help make the ingredients tender. The perk of doing this on your grill is you can master the sear first and then roll straight into simmering in one place. Braising is ideal if you have the time. Most of the cook is hands off. It is the best way to get great flavor and texture out of tough cuts of meat. You don't have to be a chef like me to make delicious meals. You just need the right tools. I can tell you firsthand that it doesn't get easier than the master-built gravity sears paired with Kingsford charcoal. If you need recipe inspiration, head over to masterbuilt or kingsford.com. For your grill, charcoal, and tools, visit the Home Depot or tap this card to shop now. Cheers!